Hello everyone, we would like to introduce the Chart Guys' newest course, Essential Candlesticks and the Patterns that they create. This is something that I, 9 years into my trading journey, take for granted. I look at a chart and I can instantly, subconsciously know what the candlestick shapes are telling me, the patterns that they are creating, and the market psychology that's going on behind the scenes to create those candlestick shapes. Obviously, I had to learn this at some point, and it was literally step number 1 of my technical analysis education journey was understanding what these candlestick shapes are telling us. So after going through this 12-hour course, you'll be able to understand why candlesticks are essential for trading success, develop your own ability to observe and react to the market trends and changes, develop an understanding of market psychology and how this phenomenon influences price action, as well as a whole bunch more. I'm going to link this website in the description of this video so you can check out more information for yourself. We've got examples of the modules and we break down exactly how this course is compiled. And essentially what it is a big chunk of book learning. So it's going to break down what these patterns are telling us: 2 candlestick bullish patterns, 3 candlestick bullish patterns, 2 candlestick bearish patterns, so on and so forth. Some live examples of those patterns playing out, and then tying it all together as to how we can use understanding these patterns to benefit our trading. My partner, Chart Guys Jason, goes through the meat of this course, breaking down all these individual patterns. I personally chime in with more abstract psychological topics of discussion, the art of observation, the psychology of a candle, and things of that nature. But we look forward to you checking this course out, and we appreciate your support as always. Have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, checking in on Bitcoin Ethereum Litecoin XRP, TRX, and BNB. So the last video I put out, we were watching the hourly volume that was standing out bullish to me and said, keep an eye out for bull volume to indicate something coming of it. And shortly after that, we saw the bears take back over and drop the price down on a clear bear break. So we are still in this daily falling wedge, and thanks for everybody that helped correct me. I called it a descending triangle, but it is a descending wedge or falling wedge that I am referring to. So we rejected from that level yet again, and here we are back down towards support. The low of yesterday held just above it, and the bears still have short-term control right now, but we're expecting a clear break of this pattern sometime in the next 2 to 3 days, and it has to be marked by volume, because if we just see time cause a reason for this break, then we know that that pattern is no longer valid. We take it off the charts and we don't look at it. So you have to see the volume associated with the break to know that it is an actual break of the pattern, as opposed to just running out of time. You know, if we just trade sideways for 4 days, we're going to technically be breaking bullish out of this downtrend resistance line. But if there's no volume behind it, then we know it's just time causing the break and not any actual price action. So the bears still have control. Fortunately, none of the stop levels triggered in terms of, needing key levels to break. For Bitcoin, we needed to see 34.83 break. For Litecoin, we had a double top at 34.15 that had to break. Those levels did not break. So fortunately, it was not a fake out in that regard. But now we play the zoom out game. We know it at this point. 4-hour time frame, our exponential moving average resistance. Yes, they are rejecting the price. As long as they are rejecting the price, the bears are in control. 33.40 is support, and then after 33.40 is 33.37. So it's a little double bottom at that low at this point. Hourly exponential back to resistance as well right now after a little bit of a bear start to the morning. So at this point, I would be using the 4-hour time frame as the shortest time frame, just because we don't want to be faked out. We want clarity, and right now those longer term time frames are giving it to us better than the short term. So as long as the 4-hour or exponential moving averages are resistance, as long as the daily exponential moving averages are resistance, the bears are very comfortable in just biding their time, trying for another leg down to test 3,000 psychological support. Ethereum on the daily time frame, also unable to get over the daily exponential resistance. 190 was support. We dipped just below that level, but by about 0.75%. So not significant. And in the 4-hour time frame, we have exponential resistance being tested on this bounce attempt. The top of the bounce attempt is just a 4-hour lower high at this point. Very clear bear break of a tightening range at 105.30 and 105.08. So here we have a high, a low, lower high, higher low, lower high, bear break. So bears using that 4-hour tightening pattern as a potential entry signal to get a 3 to 4, or actually a 4 to 5% move to the downside. And now we have a potential 4-hour equilibrium with our top before the dump, low of the dump, lower high, and here we are going to look to pull back and form a 4-hour higher low. Same thing as Bitcoin. As long as the daily exponential moving averages are resistance, the bears have complete control. That has been the case at this point for just about 3 weeks straight. Litecoin has been holding up better, but it's not going to make bullish breaks without these other names. So we're looking now at a triple top here, and we had inside bar, inside bar, inside bar, bear break. So the bear break signal on Litecoin was 33.26, and we dropped down to 32, so a nice 3% pullback. And let's look at the 4-hour tightening time frame there. We had our high, low, lower high, higher low, double top, little bit of an early bear break by a couple pennies, but no follow through. Essentially a triple top. I had a stop buy set for if we broke 34.15, and I just missed getting a very bad entry right before a dump. So that was a nice escape and a nice reminder to not give the bulls any credit in this market environment. So now in this 4-hour bounce, we're just looking for a lower high to be set. But you can see we're already seeing a bit of price action above the 4-hour time frame, certainly more so than Bitcoin is, and that's because we have been more bullish than Bitcoin. But until we see, right now this daily time frame, we have plenty little higher lows to be watching. Anything above 30.57 is another higher low on the daily for Litecoin. So again, I am most interested in Litecoin out of these major names, but I'm not interested in Litecoin bulls unless we see the Bitcoin bulls get over their daily exponential resistance. XRP continues to fade from its short-term bull move. It continues to be a standout lead bear for the last month plus out of these major names, and we're now looking down at that double bottom at 285. Potential bottom fishing play approaching with that support level, but keeping in mind that if Bitcoin were to head down and break its double bottom, that XRP is likely going to head down and potentially break its double bottom at 285. So we look at the daily time frame, and as far as the daily lower highs, we're looking at a lower high of 318. Anything under 318 keeps that pattern intact, and the bears are in control. Weekly time frame trying to hold this double bottom, but we have to see follow through above 3.5 to have any kind of hope that that double bottom might mark a weekly shift in momentum. TRX also holding up a little bit better on the daily chart, just because, again, we do have some higher lows, 2.4, 2.5, and 2.51. So a little double bottom at 2.5 and 2.51. Resistance is 2.91 and then 3.06. So daily inside bar currently forming. We're on the verge of a bear break, and the 4-hour time frame is trying to shift momentum. Here's a 4-hour higher low. Have to see the bulls turn around and break 2.627 to change this 4-hour trend. And if that were to be the case, these little daily higher lows would remain intact. So have to change that 4-hour trend for the bulls to hold daily support, double bottom down at 2.5 and 2.51. And BNB has been standing out as a lead bull. This is now a pattern where we have higher lows on the daily time frame 7 days in a row. I'm assuming today is going to keep that pattern up. And if we lose that pattern, then daily consolidation is coming. So whatever the low of today ends up being, looks like it's going to be a daily inside bar. If we break that low of today tomorrow, a daily pullback is coming, and we'll look for a higher low compared to 595. We have tons of space to work with, so we're assuming the bulls are going to be able to form that higher low. Consolidation marked by a double top, and this was a nice bear entry where you have our high, low of the pullback, and I guess you can't short BNB, but lower high, higher low, bull break of the first lower high, but a lack of confirmation. Didn't break the second level and then started pulling back. So that's your red flag to be looking in the other direction. When you see equilibriums break, if they're close by levels, you want to see all those levels break on the same move to get that follow through. But now we have clear hourly lower highs and lower lows. So we're coming up to our support of 790 and 776. But again, because of the range of yesterday, daily inside bar is most likely. And we can see that volume climax marking the temporary top, it looks like, from yesterday. Highest daily volume that we've seen in months and months. So BNB is the lead bull out of these major names, but it is showing us some signs of some healthy daily consolidation coming. Litecoin is number 2. I'm going to put TRX as number 3. And XRP and ETH are the weakest, and Bitcoin right about in the middle there. Just referring to the daily time frame over the last few weeks. So that's where we stand as we head into something. We're heading into Thursday, Friday, and then we'll head into Saturday after that. But it's just bears, patiently waiting, patiently watching. But until the bulls prove something, getting over those daily exponential resistances, it's been a really good guide where, you know, I've been saying for weeks, I'm sure you've been watching at this point, where if we are not over daily exponential resistance, it's kept me from getting any kind of false hope or false signals, really. So I noted the volume in yesterday's video or 2 days ago and noted that I'm starting to pay more attention because of that volume. But again, bulls aren't proving anything, so it's not triggering me to act in any way. Just tells me to pay more attention and check in on the charts more often throughout the day than I have been recently. But back to bears, so we'll see if this pattern breaks in the next couple of days, and we'll see if we get a volume spike associated with it. Falling wedge, generally a bullish pattern. Descending triangle is when you have a horizontal base of support and you see lower highs, double bottom, lower high, another lower high, and then that's normally a bearish pattern. And we had one of those on the weekly time frame here for a while. And if I were to draw that, just to give you the example, it would pretty much be our base of support in the upper 5,000s, lower high, lower high, lower high, bear break. So that's the difference in those two patterns when I misspoke. I hope you all do good things. I will be tuning in from Puerto Rico. Was checking it out for the tax benefits and checking out the crypto scene there, but that's no longer on the table. Don't feel like living there for tax reasons. So we'll just check it out for the sake of checking it out. And I'll make some videos and we'll do the whole thing. See you soon.